What's happening, party people? Hope you're doing well. A lot of things been changing in my life. A lot of things staying the same. But like me neglecting this channel. But I wanted to step it up in a big way this year, and I'm not losing sight of that goal. Just gonna talk for a little bit before I get into some Guilty Gear. Just gonna try to finish up the story video thing and then the story movie video thing. It's kind of like a visual novel, I guess. And then do some fighting. Do a little bit of practice. I'm excited because we're almost done with this game and we can move on to the next version of it, which that basically just has more stuff. Then I can actually take it serious. I didn't want to like practice a shit ton in this game. I wanted to save that for what's probably the superior version of the game. So long time no see. I think the last time I actually did a commentary was a couple weeks ago. And then I made it public like a week ago. So I'm going to tell you guys, share a little bit of story for like 10 minutes, and then we'll get into the video. Into the normal scheduled programming or whatever. So this video is actually going to be, or this talk, I guess, is going to be a talk about not talking. A talk about the correct way to think. I did a little podcast earlier today because I was thinking about my life, and I was realizing that I always, whether it was from other people hurting me or it was just bad patterns from my own self or fear of life, one of those three reasons I always would pressure myself in a negative way mentally, especially mentally, but emotionally, spiritually, physically as well, but especially mentally. And I realized the reason I'm not always able to be my happy self like I am right now, or even a happier version of myself. And sometimes I'm angry, and sometimes I complain too long, and I realized the biggest reason for all of that was me giving myself that negative pressure, always a pressure, a negative nitpicking feeling. Life is already nitpicking itself. Life is already gives you anxiety. Life already gives you fear, but I always somehow made everything so fucking hard on myself for no reason, like no positivity, no happiness, no health, no love comes out of pressuring yourself like a madman all the time, and just like always thinking terribly of yourself because people have conditioned you to do that. But that was sort of the podcast I made earlier today, but I'm not going to tell people where I upload those, not yet at least. And that was kind of like a revelation, and ever since I was thinking about that, I've felt a lot better. Like I feel more in control of my life and more ready to face fear and stuff. But after that, I was thinking about like how can I make that advice more practical for myself and for others, right? And what I was realizing then, just like 30 minutes ago, was that not only is the negative pressure one of the biggest detriments to somebody's life, whatever you want to call it, negative attitude towards yourself, constant giving in to fear and not breathing and facing the fear, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different ways to describe negative mental patterns. They're more like human patterns. Mental is just one aspect of it. But what I was sort of coming to the conclusion of is that, well, what did I say? It's a video about not talking, right? Well, talking too much is really bad. Even if it's to like friends, even if it's to have fun, it's an energy and activity that could be done not only more carefully by people, but also more enjoyably. You know what I mean? Like even like I like making commentaries for people because I hope somebody watches them one day and is entertained. But also it's like shut the fuck up, man. You know what I mean? Like live your damn life. Like I was thinking about it and I was like I don't think I could play my best match of Halo talking ever, no matter what. Even if I was super lucky and things went my way, I just don't think it would happen. And that goes for a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, are you talking the entire time during sex? You know what I mean? Nah, you're usually into like the making out part or the touchy feely part. You know what I mean? Just talking the entire fucking time, 24/7, unless you're fucking weird. Um, and that goes for like everything. Even like taking or making a commentary. Like the best commentary probably comes when you take breaks and funny things pop into your head because you've allowed room for them to grow or whatever. Um, Relationships, just living your life, talking and to an extension overthinking are like some of the biggest life killers. I feel like they eat up a lot of time, they eat up a lot of energy, they distract you from actually being good at things and actually doing things. And here's like the biggest point of what I was thinking about was, so on my podcast earlier I kind of gave myself a roadmap to having a good life. I was thinking about it. It always seems to help me. And I think roadmap, using your brain to come up with a plan, or come up with an idea that you like, is good. There's nothing bad about that. It's when your brain, like I said, becomes all consuming and you can't even enjoy life. Video games don't seem as fun. Making love doesn't seem as fun. Food seems like the same old, same old. You name it. If you get stuck in your words, stuck in talking, or stuck in thought and fear, either one of those or both, it just is like a complete burden on your life. And I believe doing that creates a person who has negative mental patterns. You know what I mean? You don't know why, but the talking stresses you out. Excessive talking stresses you out. It doesn't really stress you out to listen. And if it does, you need to work on that. You know what I mean? That's another thing I was realizing was like, I have a hard time watching this. I was watching One Piece, and I was like, why do I have such a hard time watching anime? Now, like when I was a kid, I fucking gobbled anime up. Like you couldn't take my eyes off the anime. I fucking loved it. And even like 3-4 years ago, I was like hopelessly addicted to anime and good TV shows and whatnot. But in the last couple of years, whether it was heartbreak or it was just being alone all the time, I don't know what it was, but it's made it so it's almost like a chore to watch TV shows and anime. Like I have to like force myself to do it. And then I realized it was all linking back to some of the same old things. Heartbreak, that negative mental pressure I always give myself. It's not just that people have anxiety, humans have anxiety. It's not just that we have fear, but I've reinforced it and made things worse for myself for basically the last 5-10 years, especially with that negative. I'm not talking about negativity being mean to people. I'm talking about negative pressure that you're literally pressuring yourself to be more than what you even need to be. You know what I mean? Or you're pressuring yourself because other people said you aren't good, so it hurts you, and now all of a sudden you're attacking yourself basically to try to get better. You name it. But I'm not gonna go over that. I literally talked for 40 minutes about how negative pressure affects human beings. I probably should have put that on this channel too, just to go along with this conversation, but it's whatever. It's whatever. But like the second I noticed that and started letting it go and started coming up with a plan of action to beat that, I could feel myself like like a load. But I realized also now afterwards that if I sit here and talk about it guess what that takes away from? That takes away from my focus on becoming that, you know? So if I sit here and talk about it and preach about it, but I don't take that excessive time afterwards to become the stuff I'm talking about, then I'm basically just dooming myself again, you know what I mean? Because like I said, overthinking, massive trap. Talking too much, massive trap. And then, like I said, it steals away from your patience. It steals away from your ability to listen. It steals away from your happiness in life. It steals away from the things you like to do. Everything. It's crazy. It's like a sickness that people don't talk about. Fear, self-loathing, heartbreak and trauma from other people. Those things are like a fucking sickness. You know, it's crazy. And I want this channel to become more, as time goes on, I want it to become less filled with swear words, more filled with goofy gooiness, more for little kids as well, more family friendly, more videos, more happiness, more development for me as a person, you know, whether it's game development or music or trying to be a pro gamer, whatever. I want that all to be a big part of the channel, and you know, today I realized I was just like, I'm over killing myself because things didn't work out in the past. I'm over hating myself, hating my life because certain people emotionally attacked me in my life. I'm over pressuring myself to all the fucking time. Like, basically what I told myself was, all right, dude, I got your back now. I see the problem. And anytime you want to take a break, take a break. Anytime you want to work, you know what I mean? I like gave myself a free pass, you know what I mean? Like the get out of jail free card from Monopoly. I was like, bro, you got infinite of those. You got one fucking life. I'm done pressuring, you know. I was talking to myself like, you know, sometimes you got to do that because these negative mental patterns, emotional traumas, they get buried so fucking deep in you that it's like taking you over and you don't even fucking know. And you'll have people who won't even help you, even though they should be the ones helping you. Your siblings, family members, lovers, best friends. They should be the ones helping you, but they just end up being the ones stabbing you in the back. And that's the fucked up part. That's why I talk about it so much, because I didn't see that shit coming. You know, and I wish it wasn't true, you know. Every single one of those people I'm referring to, I wish we were best friends. I wish we never fought once, you know what I mean? I wish we did amazing things together. It's just, I can't change that now, but that doesn't change the fact that I know deep down I'm a good person, you know? Otherwise, why would I think about these people 24/7? They basically rule my fucking mind, you know what I mean? Some of them were terrible to me, too, and I still care about them so much like a freak. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You could say what you want about me, but that alone makes me a good fucking person. But, yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to share, was a little bit about that podcast I made. Maybe that can save you guys from a lot of crap in your lives. And like I was saying, you handle that negative mental pressure, and you couple it with not talking too much and handling your thoughts every time you're overthinking. And that's just like the recipe to life. Like I guarantee I could feel things falling in place just from those little changes I made and those little ideas that sprouted in my head, you know? All of a sudden I'm loading up Guilty Gear, recording a video for YouTube, you know what I mean? All of a sudden I just played an hour of Infernax, even though I was feeling like so burnt out on video games the last 2 weeks, you know? I don't know, whatever it was, it's like I took out a barrier, you know what I mean? All of a sudden I feel like I could play games for the next 6 hours, even though I'm tired, you know? The last 3 days when I got tired in the afternoon, I was like, fuck, I don't want to play. You know what I mean? I couldn't even, like, attempt to force myself. I couldn't even do that. And today it was after changing my mind a little bit and working on it. And really, it was just thinking about it hard that was working on it, that was enough. And now the important part is living it and becoming it, not overthinking it or feeling like you can't live up to the words that you spoke. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I've been there. I've done that. I'm sure a lot of people have. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of motivational speeching and a little bit about the things I've been going through, what's been holding the channel back and what's been keeping the channel going. We got a new Halo video coming up for you goo-goos, for the people who like watching those. You always get a decent number of people watching the Halo videos. A lot of games coming up, especially, if I even somewhat commit to this happier, spiritual, or more spiritual, happier, healthier journey I'm working towards. I know that the channel's gonna succeed. A lot more videos, a lot more variety, a lot less of me feeling bored all the time. Too bored to be bothered to make a video and stuff like that. And yeah, that's mostly it. Some of the stuff that's coming up soon, that Halo video, a lot of Infernax videos. We're gonna play at least one fighting game every day, whether it's Smash Bros or Guilty Gear or King of Fighters or Capcom vs SNK or Under Night. It'll probably be one of those games, but I have a lot of other games that I'll get to eventually. I want to play Killer Instinct at some point. I want to put that off another fucking year. I gotta stop swearing. It's too fucking... Oh my god. I can't even stop... When I try to stop swearing, more swear words come out. That's probably a bad sign. That's probably a really bad sign I gotta work on. But you see, I'm not gonna kill myself over it. I'm not gonna hate myself. I'm gonna give myself a chance to make things better over time, So that's a little bit about the gaming side of the channel that we're working towards. I'm always working on game development ideas. Still got to do a lot of the groundwork of like learning some coding software and learning some game engine, some game development software. I don't know what you would call that. I know it's a game engine, but I know it's also like software that makes games, so I'm not really sure what they call that. I feel like a game engine is basically not just an engine, it's like a game engine / development software. But who knows? That's just me talking out of my ass. Sure, me a year from now will be like, shut the hell up, idiot. Shut the hecker up. Stupid. I'm using normal profanity, normal bad words. I don't care. That's gonna be the way I wean myself off of the super bad words, I got nothing against swearing. I don't like the idea of me like constantly swearing and not being able to hold my tongue. I don't like that idea, Because it feels like no matter how smart you are, if you do that, you're just like giving up on all your smarts. I don't know. Same thing as not being able to control your mind. Same thing as falling for fear. Same thing as the negative pressure that people apply to their lives. Like I always say, it usually gets applied to you first, whether it was school, a lover, a sibling, a parent. Somebody usually does that to you before you do it to yourself. Even just fear could do it to you too. And is that really you? To me, that's not, a person's fear should not get blamed wholly on them, 100% on them. So yeah, that's pretty much the little update for the channel. I'm not going to do a commentary for a while. I'm going to relax, but I am going to do a lot of videos. So look forward to those if you like the Let's Play and the walkthroughs. Super excited for some of the games coming up. Especially like, I'm having a good time with Infernax. It's not quite of what I thought it would be, but I still like it. But Astalon, I really like that game. Alwa's coming up. Gonna play this 8-bit Adventures as an RPG before I get back to the Final Fantasies that I was working on. A lot of these games will get played here and there. We're gonna go into when we play Guilty Gear Revelator. We're gonna grind that shit pretty hard. What else? Oh, I got some like Axiom Verge is gonna be big for the channel. 1 and 2. Hades is gonna be big. If somebody ever gets me Elden Ring, and that game's gonna be massive for the channel, I'm gonna go crazy on that one. Sadly, we might have to wait till everyone already beat it before I get it. But whatever. I'm used to waiting. I had to wait a fucking like 2 years to get a GameCube. The cheapest system. I had to wait 2 years. Alright, we're not gonna... When I was a kid, I was like fucking... I was traumatized when I learned that we weren't getting GameCube the first Christmas it came out. I was super traumatized, man. I felt like my life was over. That I was like, oh my god, I have to go through a whole year of school and I won't even get a GameCube. And guess what? It was like one of the worst years of school ever. It was like when they made you change clothes in middle school and get made fun of by all the skinny kids. It was terrible. It was terrible. Oh, Sekiro, that's going to be a big one. Obviously, I started that, and I figured out I had some controller issues that was making me not like the game. So that one's going to be kind of my Elden Ring of the next 2 months. So that game should be pretty big for the channel. And, yeah. I'm not going to promise any more than that, but those are the main games I'm going to be focusing on for the next little bit. So basically Halo, Infernax. Trying to play my favorites, you know. I always when I started this indie gaming journey, I did that same crap I always do to myself. Even though I want to play Toho Luna Nights because it's a cool Metroidvania, I haven't even downloaded it yet because I'm afraid to start something fun because I don't want to beat it and be done with it, you know. But I don't want to be that person who never plays half of his games because he's afraid to play them, you know what I mean? So I was like, screw that. After we beat Sekiro, I'm gonna play Neo, you know what I mean? After we beat Neo, I'm gonna try to get Neo 2. After we beat Neo 2, I'm gonna try to get Elden Ring. After we get Elden Ring, I'm gonna get that new Final Fantasy game, Strangers of Paradise, or whatever the heck it's called. I don't even know. Final Fantasy 16, I don't know what it's called. You know what I mean? I'm done restricting myself from living my life, which is basically what that negative pressure did to me for the last 5-10 years especially. It's restricted me from playing games, made me chase after bad relationships, you name it, man. Made me fat for a couple, I remember there was a time where I was just chunky like a mother trucker about 4 years ago. Or 5, I don't even know how many years it's been because I've been so stuck in my life and so stagnant from that negative pressure. It's crazy. I basically wouldn't let myself do anything. No anime, no fun, punishment, feeling bad for just watching some YouTube videos. You name it. Somehow the hate from the outside world finally got to me and I just didn't even enjoy my own life for a while. But that's what we're going to work on. I played Death's Gambit and this game is awesome. This will be on the channel. It's basically like Salt and Sanctuary meets another Metroidvania or something. It's really good. Seems like a super underrated game. I messed up my first recording because I was... Not only was I in a bad mood that day, but also mapping the controls took 45 minutes. So I might not even upload that first video or make it public or whatever. But that game's gonna be pretty big for the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a lot of stuff to do. Got to go through all the Blaze Blues. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a roadmap of my plans. We're going to be gaming for the next couple months really hard. And after I beat a lot of these games and feel like I've made some good progress on the channel, we're going to dive into game development really hard the summertime. Um, there might be somewhat of a break from that, but we're at least going to be grinding. I could guarantee that we're going to grind game development from like June until September at least. Um, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and kill myself to make it all happen in 1 year, you know what I mean? Because that kind of attitude is the reason I don't make beats anymore. Because when I was making beats and having fun, I made myself feel like a piece of shit if the beat wasn't amazing sounding, you know? No prior music knowledge whatsoever. I still would give myself that type of negative mental pressure. But yeah, been eating better. Been drinking a lot more water. If I could just get some other key things going correctly in my life, things are going to be slapping. So, thanks a bunch for listening to me ramble on for 20 minutes or whatever the heck it's been. I feel ready to watch some Guilty Gear, the movie. After we do get through a lot of Guilty Gear Revelator, we're going to go back and play X2 Reload and Accent Core plus R, just because I didn't play those games enough, and they're really fun, and they definitely got their own unique fighting game feel that doesn't feel like Exard, and it probably doesn't feel like Strive at all. So it's just, I feel like those games are underrated by the current fighting game community. And see, once I start talking, see what I mean? I can't, even though I've already made my point, I've already doubled down on my point and mentioned basically every little fact around it that I could possibly think of. I'm still jabberjawing. You see what I mean? I like making commentaries as much as the next guy, which isn't very much. But it bothers me that sometimes it's so hard to stop thinking, or it's so hard to shut up, and doing those two things makes it hard to live your life. It contributes to everything, wasting time. It contributes to fear of wasting time. It contributes to fear in general. It contributes to having less control. The more you let the words spill out, the less control you have over your tongue. The more you overthink, the less patience and the less happiness you have, because you're overthinking and you're trapped in that pattern of overthinking. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. All the stuff I've been talking about today, I feel like it's all super obvious and should get taught to people like hardcore. Like, you should be taught this and retaught this and tested on this, and every parent in the world should be helping their kids with this kind of stuff. I just feel like there's a lack of helping people face fear. There's a lack of helping people face emotional trauma. There's a lack of helping people face their own human existence. And it's kind of crazy, because a lot of times it should be really easy, right? Your girlfriend should be able to talk you out of it easy. Your brother, your sister, your parents should be able to help you out pretty easily. But for whatever reason, that doesn't really happen in a lot of our households, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm feeling a lot better. And it's honestly been a really hard last 5 years. I know a lot of it's because of emotional trauma, and a lot of it's because I ruined my own life. But I don't know. I finally feel good again. I don't know. Like it's been so hard for me to stay feeling above dog shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know whether it was the emotional trauma, or it was getting older, or it was a combination of all the above, or it was getting emotionally attacked in relationships. I don't know. One of those things in the last 5 years, like, literally zapped all of my willpower to be a human being. It was crazy. It was like I got hit with like a magic dark spell, and it just like turns you into a mime, or like, you know, it like turns you into an emotionless, apathetic monster, you know? Crazy. Well, whatever. At least we're past those hard, you know. I'm sure I'm gonna get attacked with that spell eventually. It'd probably be more like from death next time or something, you know, but so maybe I should be a little bit grateful that I got hit with that crap from friends and lovers and siblings, you know, instead of something worse, right? But thanks for tuning in. Got all the words out I want to say, and now I'm not gonna do another commentary for quite a while. I will update you guys in my next commentary on how the progress is going with my life. I feel ready to become all the stuff I'm talking about, because I know that's who I really am, and I also feel excited to stop overthinking and living in fear. You know what I mean? Like, fear is always there. I don't need to live in it. You know, it doesn't. I don't need to be consumed by it. You know, I'm over that too. I'm just, no matter what. If I have to face my own mortality, I don't give a crap. I'm not gonna be consumed by fear. I'm done with it. So much love. Catch you guys down the road. Enjoy the videos. Peace out. Look at me, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm starting a video, dude.
Guilty Gear Exile. Story.
The opus were the Sanctus Popularis idea. Of course. It would be impossible for even justice to single-handedly subjugate the entire world. Why didn't I realize this sooner? Here it comes. Man your stations!
Hell! Just keep coming!
We have to split up. We need to block all avenues the Opus might take.
All right, who goes where?
Leo, hold your ground here. Sin, to the plaza. I will stop anything that attempts to come through the east gate.
Will do!
You must hold on! We still have some time before St. Elmo's fire is scheduled to fall! Yeah, we get it. Now hurry up and do your job. Right.
Mr. Paradigm?
What is it?
I'm going to go too.
But you...
I know. But if I don't do something, this whole plan is going to fall apart.
No! Wait!
I'm here to back you up.
What? You can fight?
Well, I am a Valentine.
All right, good enough for me. Let's go.
Yes!
Huh?
Take that! Huh? No!
Is something wrong?
No! Please don't! I don't want to!
Just as planned.
Yes, more than a few twists and turns on the way there, but Justice is awakening. The Opus will be activating soon. I'd say things are looking good.
Very soon now, St. Elmo's fire will ignite.
Leo, what's wrong? We've lost contact with Leo. I'm gonna go check on him.
Leo has Elfelt right now. Focus on your own mission.
I've taken care of all the hostiles in this area.
I should have known. Very well then, go see what he's up to.
Thank you. Phew. Huh?
I see not even the High King of Illyria is prepared to be shot in the back.
You!
It pains me to kill you. But a new world is about to begin, and you would be a great threat to that new world. This is nothing personal. We simply need you out of the way, for the greater good.
What is it?
I don't know, but I have a very bad feeling.
Is it time? Frederick, get ready! It's coming!
Credit where credit's due, though. Your nation has fallen for your talk of justice and fairness, hook, line, and sinker.
That's not true!
No! This is impossible! I shot you! You died!
They know that my idealistic dreams are only that. They can never come true. What my people expect from me is not a perfect and just ruler. It is something more. No matter what monsters and demons stand in our way, I have sworn never to give in. That is what my people believe.
Crimson! No! No! Impossible! How could you be?
My promise to my people is that I will never bow to evil, no matter what it may cost me! Hold on, Leo.
Frederick, the lightning is about to strike! Pull Cronus apart as soon as I give the signal!
Just hurry up, damn it!
3, 2, 1, now! Finally, victory is ours. Do you see this universal will? And you, Gearmaker. All that you've demanded will be done by our hands. Whatever you may think, ultimate power is now ours. What? Now!
Right.
No! Ah! What is this? No. It's too much! Too much! Damn you! Paradigm! Is this it? The end?
We've been defeated. It's over. I hate to think that we were wrong, but in the end, we must reap what we sow. This is retribution.
Retribution? We have no choice. Only the Gearmaker can prevail now.
We should have talked more.
You must escape. Find the Gearmaker, and preserve the future of humanity.
No, that's your duty.
Wait, Libraria. What are you trying to... No!
Frederick, no!
Finally!
We did it! It worked!
Oh! It's collapsing! Brace for impact!
Oh! Justice has stopped! Does this mean she's been defeated? Ah! The castle! It's falling apart! I need to get out of here now! Sin, are you all right?
Yeah. Where's Mom?
She's lost consciousness. She is fine. Please, look to the others.
Right, on it! Hey! Guys! If you're okay, say something! Old man! You there? Come on! Somebody say something!
So hard, here it goes again. Time will wait for us, so I thought.
Old man!
Shut up!
Hey!
So,
Thank goodness you made it, I see.
and you as well, Doctor. Is everything well?
Where are the others?
We're just looking for Elle and Leo. Maybe we should split up. Hey, Elle! You okay?
Wait! That's not the Elfelt you know!
What?
What are you doing?
Elle?
With Justice's awakening, my mission is complete.
Figured.
What are you? Come on, Elle, what's going on?
She can't hear you. Just drop it.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Why won't anybody tell me what's happening?
It's not that difficult. I've completed my objective.
Stop screwing around! It's not funny anymore!
It's not a joke. My original directive was to monitor Soul Bad Guy. I stayed close to you to stay close to Soul. We had to make sure he wouldn't interfere with our plans.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. We couldn't have you destroying Justice. We also wanted to ensure you did not wake up. Ever.
Huh, of course.
No, this is impossible!
You have no reason to believe me now.
Then was everything you said a lie?
Not precisely. My true mission was concealed from myself until now, to make sure I didn't activate too early.
So, are you saying we don't mean anything to you now? Is that it?
Everything I've experienced has been recorded. A very important piece of the puzzle.
Oh?
But it's only a record. Only. Record.
Elle!
How can this be good?
Yes, you can do it! You can resist it! So don't!
Get back here!
Huh?
All the Valentines had emotions. Even I'm not gonna try and say they didn't. So why don't you prove it to me?
I'm... Pointless. I cannot disobey a direct order. Elfelt Valentine. Eliminate all redundancies, without exception.
Let me ask you one more thing. Is there any Elfelt left in there?
In? I am, and always have been, myself. All of my memories are intact, so the apparent answer would be yes.
Good. Now bring her back.
My behavior now is in accordance with my will, and I am Elfelt. Therefore, your demand is pointless. She is already here.
No, I don't mean this thing. Maybe you've got her memories, but you're definitely something different.
Are you suggesting newer memories or experiences are somehow invalid? By that logic, no person would remain the same individual from moment to moment. At the very least, I can assure you that biologically speaking, I am the only Elfelt.
I already know that, you idiot. If we're gonna go by your logic that we can't draw lines anywhere, then there's no difference between Earth and space.
Without a clear boundary, I see no problem with that worldview.
But there is a line. It's just a hard one to draw. There's a line in you too, and on one side of it is the person we know as Elfelt.
Your words poison my mind. Mother's orders prevent me from destroying you. But I must ask you to be quiet for a while.
Right.
Reign of Judgment!
Well, this is probably as good a time as any. Although I have to admit, a part of me wanted to see Soul's awakening. But I suppose it's still a bit too soon. We may still be able to use him, though.
Definitely. Well, I'll get started on the next phase then.
By today, if they are shiny or not, every patient
No!
Elfelt! No one's gonna
Damn it!
see them out again. Oh, please don't wait for me, darling. Stay out of the cold rain, for your heart may be.
There's no point in trying. This is absolute defense, Felion. You can't break through it.
Shut up!
Stop it! You should know better than anybody else. This is pointless!
Me? What the hell do I know? All I'm trying to hit is one of those memories you seem to have forgotten!
A memory?
Ha! You really know how to get on my nerves, don't you? Nobody tells me something's impossible. When I tried to go into the backyard after Justice, you stopped me. Now I figure that was part of your plan. But the reason you gave me, something about how people shouldn't be alone, if that's not a lie, prove it to me!
Thank you. I'd love nothing more than to do that.
What? Her emotions?
Hell? Are you back?
I'm sorry, but I can't fight Mother's will.
No, don't tell me you...
I'm sorry. I really, really did love making friends with you. With all of you. And I'm going to prove I wasn't lying.
You're not going to self-destruct, are you?
This is the only freedom I have left.
Goddamn idiot!
No, don't! Elfelt, you can't!
If this was how it was going to end, I wish I'd never been given emotions. If this is all they lead to, why did I have to have feelings anyway? Huh? Ram?
Emotions are very important. I understand that now.
What?
Mother is mistaken. You and I are not tools. You are unique to me, and to Sin. So I'm going to save you.
I promise. I'm coming. Hold on!
Oh, okay. I will. I will. I'll wait. As long as it takes.
Soul.
What? Bunch of touchy-feely bullshit.
What?
What the hell are you standing there for? We gotta go get her back. I'm not losing anybody else.
She knew it all. It's a fleeting dream. No one can reach the horizon. She knew it all. It's a fleeting dream. No hands can touch the sun. If you cannot stop this pathetic time, oh, bring back, all I need is proof that I live. Take me to the end of the world. Is that a mercy that I'm asking? Oh, please.
Then in the end, only I survived.
Where will you go now, sir?
You.
I have a lot of questions.
What could you possibly want to know? The battle is over.
Lying is bad for your body, you know.
If you're here for atonement or revenge, do whatever you wish. Alone as I am, I can hardly fight back.
Ah, do you have a death wish? I would humbly suggest you deal with that on your own time. But before you do, I really must ask some questions. What do you plan to do with the colony, with the Japanese?
The Japanese? What the hell are you talking about?
Feigning ignorance? After what you've just been through, I'd have expected a little more forthrightness.
No, I swear, I don't know. All I know about the colony is that they give appropriate medical treatment to the Japanese.
You really don't know? Those orders came from the highest levels, which would mean there's someone who outranks even you. Who could that be?
Someone with more power than us.
Well, that was definitely exciting. I'm glad to see it all ended well, though.
Just as we planned it, and with only a small number of deviations.
Are we finally ready to begin creating our absolute world?
Yes, and now I must return to my own affairs.
Bye-bye.
For the third time, humanity faced an invasion from a wholly inhuman enemy. Nonetheless, we took a stand, and we prevailed. In the face of the trials God has placed before us, we stood united and overcame them. Why? Belief! The hope burning in millions of hearts bound us together. Piety became our fulcrum in this time of peril. We did not cast aside hope, and we did not give in. For this, we must thank our glorious leader. Now I welcome our one and only Sanctus Maximus Populi, Ariels!
Yo guys, so I know I said I wasn't going to talk more, but that was actually surprisingly good. I wasn't sure if we were going to finish that in this episode.
Who did?
And let's do our talking on this screen. Yeah, so you know it's a good story when it makes you tear up a little bit, right? And that seemed like it was like the perfect time. I needed like that sort of... You could tell there's actual human beings out there in the world when you watch something like that, you know? You could tell there was love put behind it. People wanted to make a story that touched other people's hearts and use awesome video game characters to do it, and they pulled it off. Like, I was a little bit, mostly because I was unattached to the characters to begin with, but I was a little bit bored in the beginning of the story. That's why it kind of took so long for me to watch all the episodes. But towards the end, like, I was really happy. I didn't really buy this game for that, but now I actually am glad I did. And I'm under the impression that Guilty Gear Revelator has the next part of the story, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm actually really excited, not just to play that game and grind it, but also to check out the story, because that was the art was cool, the voice acting was great. It could have had a little bit more action for me, but it was still really good. I'm gonna be sad if Guilty Gear Strive doesn't have a story like that. I don't think it does, but it might. I don't know enough about that game. Kind of sucks because that game's still like $35 even on sale, and that's a little bit out of my price range right now. But like, I have a little bit of money to spend, but it's like, what do I spend it on? I could buy Elden Ring. I could buy a couple of Metroidvanias like Ender Lilies. I could buy Guilty Gear, but I can only buy like one of them, you know? That's kind of tough. But yeah, Iwatosk, I don't know the guy's name. I used to know it a little bit. Whoever made Guilty Gear, that guy is fucking amazing. Really like the character, the world building in the story was really good, and the character development was really good. Yeah, and Elfelt and Ramlethal ended up being like at first you like don't think they're like gonna have any personality and like they're not gonna be good characters, but then they just end up being great characters anyway. So we're gonna be download after I play my last time on Exard Sign for I don't know. We might never play this game again. I don't know if there's a reason to play it. We're gonna download Revelator after the video, and then I'm sure tomorrow I'll be itching to play some or something, and we'll get going on Revelator and the story or whatever it's got for us. It might be one of those things where we got to beat the arcade mode first to get the arcade, because that was what I liked about this game was you had to play the arcade mode. The arcade mode had its own little story, and then you get to watch the story, and then you don't just feel like you're just battling computers all day to practice. You know what I mean? There's like some attachment there, and there's some other things to do for the first 10 hours. You know. And if I really wanted to get into it, I could start doing a couple of the missions every day and try out all the characters, learn the basics of all the characters, and that's probably what we'll do for Revelator. But thanks a bunch for tuning into the story episodes, and excited to see where Guilty Gear goes from here. Like, I actually loved that story and what I've played of this game so much that I want to go back and play the old one some more and get more of the old story. And I also am excited for whatever's coming after Strive, because like I don't even have Strive yet, but I already know I love the game, you know. It's a good feeling to like it's like before I had Halo 2 and Halo 3, like I knew I loved those games before I even had them, you know what I mean? And it gives me those feelings where it's like I haven't even touched Strive. I probably won't get it until summertime at the earliest, but I'm like fucking jonesing to play it, you know, or frickin' jonesing to play it. And like I want to know what they're gonna Doshke Iwata. I don't know what the guy's name is. It's something like that. Iwata Doshke. We'll figure out his name eventually. And yeah, I'm just like itching for whatever. I can't wait to see what they come out with next, you know. I know it's gonna be like a while though. It's probably gonna be like they're gonna support Strive for quite a while, but it's probably gonna be a good 5 years before we get like another Guilty Gear or whatever, another Blaze Blue or whatever the heck the company does that next. So GG's to Arc System Works. I'm gonna play a little bit. And that's the reason I didn't really pick a main character on this game, was because I knew I was gonna grind Revelator more because it has more characters. So yeah, I'm sure we'll end up with a couple of favorite characters after our first like 15 hours of Revelator. I'm sure I'll do some commentaries and actually after I get a feel for Revelator, we're gonna start watching tournaments and like old tournaments of that game, and I don't know if they still have new tournaments really, but we're gonna be watching like footage of that game just to like get some of the story, you know, and some of the gameplay. Or what I don't really mean story, like get some of the, like I want to know what the community was doing and how those tournaments went back when this game was more prevalent, you know what I mean? That's basically what I'm saying. I want to get the story of the community of the game. And that's probably the best place to do it nowadays. So yeah. Let's get a little gameplay going and keep it rolling, right?
Soul Bad Guy. Ramlaval Valentine. Spaceship 2. Soul versus Ramlaval. Get ready to rock.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say it. That music was so good. I'm gonna use some of that in my next Halo montage. That was so good. Like if I had money, I would pay money for that music.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
What is this? Repelpa.
You're done.
I'll tear you apart.
All right, let's go. It's not over yet.
Victory unlikely.
Soul win. Duel 2. Keep on rocking.
Recovering.
This is your day. Go to sleep.
Recovering. Damage. Recovering.
Go to sleep. It's not over yet.
Recovering.
Counter.
Flesh sticking up, soma dissipating.
Really don't care what you are, but I'm hoping this headache will go away if I bump you off.
Who dares to Soul Bad Guy? Slayer. Spaceship 2. Soul versus Slayer. Get ready to rock. Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
But no.
Gunfight!
Close, but it's not over yet.
Show me what you got. Tyrant
Fire. It's not over yet. No. But no.
This is Volcanic Viper!
Fire. Duel. Two. All or nothing. Close.
Volcanic Viper!
Simple tastes.
Here goes.
Close, but no.
Gunfire!
It's not over yet.
Volcanic Viper!
Close.
Gunfire! Volcanic Viper!
You have some potential.
Jeez.
Duel. Three. All or nothing.
Damn it! Viper! Go to hell!
Now what's this?
Go to hell! Go to hell!
Close, but
Show me what you got.
it's not over yet.
That was entertaining.
Sorry, old man. Manners aren't really my thing. Gotta enjoy my youth.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Zan. Royal Cool. Chip versus Bow. Get ready to rock. Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
Well, come on, Violet! Mirage! Too late! Pervert! Too easy. What do we get? I must go. You asked for this. Excuse me. Well, Mirage! It keeps going. What do we get? I must go. Well, come on! Well, Violet! Violet! Well, Violet! So cruel! Complete waste of time!
Duel. Two. All or nothing.
Come on! Shit! What do we get? I must go! Carry a dog! Well, come on, too late! Alpha Blade! Alpha Blade! Too late! Beta Blade! Too late! Beta Blade! Beta Blade! Too late! Alpha Blade!
It's not over yet.
Come on! So strong! Going my way! Viva Vito! Too late! Now's my chance! Come on! So strong! Come on! So strong! Viva Vito! Shit! Come on! Have a nice trip! Going my way! Too easy! How can I, God's gift to mankind, lose like this?
Don't worry, you're protected by the Washington, convention? Anyway, you're safe.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Slayer. Ramlaval Valentine. Beloved Valentine. Slayer versus Ramlaval. Get ready to rock. Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
Here, Dork.
Good damage.
Damage. Not go easy.
What is this?
Counter.
What is this?
My turn. Counter.
Damage.
Not
Not good. Damage.
It's
Recover.
not over
Get
yet.
out. Velfa.
Not go easy.
Daro.
My turn. Not go easy. Counter.
Damage. Recovering. Slash. Victory unlikely.
That was quicker than a smoke.
Duel 2. All or nothing.
Damage. Recovering. Recover. Velfa. Damage. Recover.
Not over yet.
What is this? Damage. Recovering. Soma dissipating.
A man cannot survive on hors d'oeuvres alone. I require something more.
Slayer, win. Straight.
You are nothing more than a privileged child given extraordinary power and knowledge. Can I judge something with no true sin?
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Zato 1. Ramlaval Valentine. Arcsys. Downtown. Zato versus Kai. Get ready to rock. Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock. This may hurt. Stun edge. Discounter. Shark. Green
Shark! How was that?
Drop your counter. This may hurt. Drop your guard. For the Holy Order. Excuse me.
Dinner time!
I'm nervous. Vegas Blood. Victory is mine. Rock the lightning. Drop your guard. Counter. It's not over yet. For the Holy Order. Drop your guard.
Dinner time!
For the Holy Order. Good try. Destruction. 60 damage. Go. Destruction. This may hurt. Drop your guard. For the Holy... Not bad. Impressive. Destruction. Too slow. Destruction. I can't lose. Duel 2. Keep on rocking.
Done!
Just your guard. For the Holy...
Destruction! Shark!
Destruction! Drop your guard.
Two shark!
Drop your guard. For the Holy Order.
Determined.
Drop your guard. For the Holy Order.
Not enough.
This may hurt.
Destruction!
It's not over yet.
Dinner time!
As King of Illyria, you are an ambassador for the world. I am honored to have fought you. Not that it matters.